Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 16 of Super Sam Sports Encore podcast. This morning, we'll be talking about some MLB news plus some NCAA news as well. Let's start off with MLB. So there was one article that I wanted to dabble on a little bit first. Dabble in a little bit first. Where is it? Hold on, let's go news. Okay, unfortunately, I'm not seeing the article that I saw yesterday, but this other article that I did want to talk about is, could this surprise team make a play for Pete Alonso? If we go in it, by the way, per MLB, I don't know what it said. Here, hold on. Instead of news, let's just go here because the article is right here. So, per MLB.com, this was made on January 2nd, 2025. This was made yesterday. The title is, could this surprise team make a play for Alonso? MLB.com writes, January 2nd, the Angels are weighing in on the pursuit for Pete Alonso. While a potential return to the Mets seems plausible for Alonso, there are plenty of other clubs looking to add his elite power bat into the mix. Could the Angels be one of those teams? MLB Network insider John Heyman reported in a Bleacher Report live stream that the Angels are weighing a pursuit of Alonso. Heyman says that he believes Angels owner Arte Moreno wants to add another big bat, citing Alonso as well as free agent outfielder Anthony Santander. That the Angels would be considering Alonso is surprising on a few fronts, mainly. The Angels haven't signed a free agent to a deal north of $100 million since signing Anthony Rendon to a 7-year, $245 million deal in December of 2019. Alonso is widely expected to receive a deal upwards of $100 million. Then there's the fact that 2023 first-round pick Nolan Schanuel manned first base full-time for the Angels in 2024. It's possible, however, that Alonso and Schanuel could handle first base and designated hitter duties, or the club could transition Schanuel to a corner outfield position. Now, that's all I'm going to read for this article, but now I want to give my own opinion on this. So I feel like it's interesting now that the Angels are now weighing in on a possible suitor now for Pete Alonso. Could the Angels use him? Oh yeah. Yeah, the Angels have been looking for a power bat for I feel like a good little while now. And I feel like this is their guy. If they're able to sign Alonso, they're basically good when it comes to signing a powerful bat. So I feel like they're good there. That's if they do sign him. Like I said, like I read in the article that was per MLB.com, it was saying Alonso is widely expected to receive a deal somewhere above $100 million. So, are the Angels willing to spend that money? Like they wrote here. It says here the Angels have not signed a free agent to a deal more than $100 million since the signing of infielder Anthony Rendon to a 7-year, $245 million deal back in December of 2019. And yeah, back in December 2019. So they clearly haven't spent a lot of money since December of 2019 when they signed Anthony Rendon. So, look, the Angels can get Alonso. I feel like they have a good shot at getting Pete Alonso. But the question is, are they willing to spend that type of money? Here's the thing, is their main first baseman pretty much right now is Nolan Schanuel. Which, look, Nolan Schanuel is great, but he's not a Pete Alonso. He's not any type of star first baseman in any eyes, really. So when it comes to Schanuel, I believe if you sign Alonso, you can probably move Schanuel to, like they said, either like a corner outfield spot, or maybe you can even move him to like third base or something. Or move him to like a main like designated hitter position. Or you can just flat out swap back and forth between first base and DH with Nolan Schanuel and Pete Alonso. But yeah, I don't know. That it's in the end, it's really up to the Angels if they're willing to spend the type of money for a guy like Alonso. But yeah, that's really all that I have to say for right now. That's really all I have to say about that. But I do want to dabble down on this article here before we get to the college basketball stuff. It says, could the Bregman and Santander sweepstakes come down to these two clubs? This was posted yesterday, January 2nd, 2025, per MLB.com. Says, January 2nd, the Detroit Tigers and the Toronto Blue Jays emerge as favorites for Alex Bregman. Both clubs are in on Anthony Santander. So it looks like the sweepstakes for both Alex Bregman and Anthony Santander might come down to the Detroit Tigers and the Toronto Blue Jays. Now, do both of them need both these players? Yes. Do I think they're both going to get both these players? No. I'm sure one is going to get one of the players, another one is going to get the other player. Is how I see it happening. That's how I see it going down for sure. But yeah, if I had to choose, again, my prediction is Bregman will probably sign with like the Diamondbacks or someone. But if I had to choose who I would rather Bregman sign with between these two teams, the Tigers and Blue Jays, who would I want? I would probably go with the Toronto Blue Jays. Just because, I mean, yes, if he did sign with the Detroit Tigers, he would reunite with AJ Hinch, which I'm not saying that's not going to happen. That could still happen, and if so, great. I think it would be really fun to reunite with your former manager. But it's just the Astros have been involved in so many trades with the Toronto Blue Jays, and also we've lost a lot of free agents as well to the Toronto Blue Jays. So I feel like in a way it's just right for Bregman to go to a team that basically has almost all of his former teammates, basically. I mean, you got Joey Lopefito, you got Will Wagner. Now, yes, I know Will Wagner never made it to the big leagues with the Astros, but still, in my opinion, he's still a former teammate. So, you got Joey Lopefito, you got Will Wagner, you got George Springer, you got a bunch more. And yeah, I feel like, I mean, I don't know, that's my opinion. Y'all can say your opinion down in the chat and stuff, but in my opinion, I think the Blue Jays they don't necessarily have a better shot but in my opinion, I think the Tigers and Blue Jays both have the exact same chance at both Alex Bregman and Anthony Santander. So, who needs Anthony Santander the most? Sorry, who needs Bregman the most? Well, I would probably say the Detroit Tigers, just because the Toronto Blue Jays, they already have a third baseman. They have, what's his name? Oni Clement, I think. And he's a pretty solid third baseman. So I think they're pretty good on the third base side. But the Detroit Tigers, I feel like they could use some help on the third base side, even the shortstop, second base positions. Because the Tigers got a lot, and I mean a lot, of young guys on the team, which is good, but at the same time can be scary as well, just because you have no idea if they're going to have the same year as they did. Like, let's say one of them had a really good year this past season in 2024. You have no idea if they're going to repeat it in 2025. You have no idea. So I feel like bringing in a guy like Bregman, a veteran guy that knows how to play the infield, would be a good move, would be a good transaction to make. But in the end, it comes to, again, like I said about the Pete Alonso article, it mainly all comes down to Bregman and Santander, but it mainly comes down to Bregman on number one, how much money does he get in the deal? How much money does he get in the two offers from these two teams? And number two, what deal would he take? What deal would he rather take? That's the question. is Bregman's seeking like a $165 million deal, something like that. And yeah, the Astros offered him a 6-year, $156 million deal, I believe. Unfortunately, that was not enough. Bregman was still looking for a whole lot more money than that. So, and that was a big deal for Crane, just because Jim Crane has been known to not really offer someone a contract for more than like 5 years. So the fact that he went out there and offered Bregman a 6-year deal, that's saying something for sure. But in my opinion, I think, yeah, I mean, again, up to Bregman on what he wants to do. Up to the Blue Jays and Tigers also on what they want to give him at the same time. Same with Santander. But yeah, that's all I need to say about that. Let me close this tab. And now let's get on with some NCAA college men's basketball, starting with the scores. So we start with what happened yesterday. Let's break it down. So the number 21 ranked Memphis Tigers beat the Florida Atlantic Owls 90-62. Make sure they're owls. They look like owls. Yeah. Alright. The 20 ranked Purdue Boilermakers won 81-61 over the Minnesota Golden Gophers. 81-50. The 19 ranked Gonzaga Bulldogs over the Portland Pilots. And last but not least, 109-77. The 22 ranked Illinois Fighting Illini take down the 9 ranked Oregon Ducks. And now today, at 7 p.m. tonight on Fox, we got 18 ranked Michigan State Spartans taking on the Ohio State Buckeyes. At 8 p.m. on FS1, we got the Creighton Blue Jays taking on the 8-ranked Marquette Golden Eagles. And then tomorrow, Saturday, January 4th, at 10 a.m., we got 6-ranked Florida Gators on ESPN taking on the 10-ranked Kentucky Wildcats. And at 11 a.m. on the SEC Network, we got the Georgia Bulldogs taking on the 24-ranked Ole Miss Rebels. At 12 p.m. on ESPN, we got the 23-ranked Arkansas Razorbacks taking on the 1-ranked Tennessee Volunteers. And now at 1 p.m. on Fox, we got the 15-ranked UCLA Bruins taking on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Also at 1 p.m. on CBS, we got the 25-ranked Baylor Bears. Baylor Bears taking on the 3-ranked Iowa State Cyclones. And at 1 p.m. on ESPN Plus, we got the BYU Cougars taking on the 14-ranked Houston Cougars. At 2 p.m., I think. 1:15 p.m., the CW Network, 4-ranked Duke Blue Devils take on the SMU Mustangs. Let me just make sure the Mustangs real quick. Yes, they are. SMU Mustangs. And then at 1:30 p.m. on ESPN2, 16-ranked Cincinnati Bearcats take on the Arizona Wildcats. At 3 p.m. on the SEC Network, we got the Missouri Tigers taking on the 2-ranked Auburn Tigers. It's Battle of the Tigers. Then at 5 p.m. on the SEC Network, we got 12-ranked Oklahoma Sooners taking on the 5-ranked Alabama Crimson Tide. 7 p.m. SEC Network, we got the Texas Longhorns taking on the 13-ranked Texas A&M Aggies at 8 p.m. ESPN Plus. We got the 19-ranked Gonzaga Bulldogs taking on the Loyola Marymount Lions. If we move over to Sunday, January 5th, at 1 p.m. on NBC, we got the Providence Friars taking on the 11-ranked Yukon Huskies. At 1 p.m. on the Big Ten Network, we got the Northwestern Wildcats taking on the 20-ranked Purdue Boilermakers. At 3 p.m. on Peacock, we got the Maryland Terrapins taking on the 9-ranked Oregon Ducks. And then at 3 p.m. Also at 3 p.m. on ESPN, we got the UCF Knights taking on the 7-ranked Kansas Jayhawks. And then at 4 p.m., also at 3 p.m. on the Big Ten Network, we got 22-ranked Illinois taking on the Washington Huskies. At 4 p.m. on ESPN, the North Texas Mean Green take on the 21-ranked Memphis Tigers. Alright, last but not least, let's read off Monday, January 6th. Actually, let's do Monday, then Tuesday, and then we're done for this morning. Monday, January 6th. At 8 p.m. on ESPN2, we got the TCU Horned Frogs taking on the 14-ranked Houston Cougars. Tuesday, January 7th, at 6 p.m. on ESPN2, we got 1-ranked Tennessee Volunteers taking on the 6-ranked Florida Gators. Both teams are 13-0, so that's interesting. 6 p.m. on ESPN, we got Pitt taking on 4-ranked Duke Blue Devils. Pittsburgh Panthers. 6 p.m. SEC Network, we got the 10-ranked Kentucky Wildcats taking on the Georgia Bulldogs. At 7 p.m. on ESPN Plus, we got the 25-ranked Baylor Bears taking on the 16-ranked Cincinnati Bearcats. At 7 p.m. on ESPN Plus, we got the Utah Utes taking on the 3-ranked Iowa State Cyclones. At 7 p.m. on CBS Sports Network, we got the 8-ranked Marquette Golden Eagles taking on the Georgetown Hoyas. At 8 p.m. on ESPN2, we got the Texas Longhorns taking on the 2-ranked Auburn Tigers. At 8 p.m. on ESPNU, we got 17-ranked Mississippi State Bulldogs taking on the Vanderbilt Vanderbilt Commodores. The Vanderbilt Commodores. And that's Mississippi State Bulldogs, yeah. Alright, and last but not least, we have at 9 p.m. on Peacock, we got the Michigan Wolverines taking on the 15-ranked UCLA Bruins. We got just a little bit more time left, so let's do the standings for all the conferences. So, in the ASUN, we got the Lipscomb Bisons. In the America East Conference, we got UMass Lowell. American Athletic Conference, we got Memphis. Atlantic 10, St. Bonaventure. Atlantic Coast Conference, Duke. Big 12, West Virginia. Big East, Marquette. Big Sky, Northern Colorado. Big South, High Point. Big 10, Michigan State. Big West, UC Riverside. Coastal Athletic Association, Charleston. Conference USA, UTEP. Horizon League, Youngstown State. Columbia for the Ivy League. Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference, Marist. Mid-American Conference, Kent State. Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference, Norfolk State. Missouri Valley Conference, Bradley. Mountain West Conference, Utah State. Northeast Conference, Central Connecticut. Ohio Valley Conference, Morehead State. Patriot League, Holy Cross. Southeastern Conference, Alabama. Southern Conference, Furman. Southland Conference, McNeese. Southwestern Athletic Conference, Southern. Summit League, St. Thomas. Yes, St. Thomas. And by the way, up to date, David, Oral Roberts is now in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oral Roberts is now in 5th in the Summit League. In the Sun Belt, we got Arkansas State. In the West Coast Conference, we got San Francisco. And last but not least, in the Western Athletic Conference, we got the Grand Canyon Lopes. Let's close that tab. But yeah, look, again, conference play is going to be one heck of a thing to watch, especially this season especially this year with all the upsets and stuff that have been happening during non-conference play and all the strange good teams this year. It's going to be really interesting to see how conference play turns out and ending up how the even how the conference tournaments play out. So it'll be a lot of fun for sure. But guys, that'll do it for episode 15 of Super Sam's Sports Encore podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll be live again later this evening at 4:00 p.m. So make sure you have notifications turned on. I will be live again at 4 p.m. Alright? Like and subscribe. I'll see y'all later. Peace out, guys.